Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another day of the AgileScrum. We transitioned successfully in week 2, and we will be continuing our learning for today. Last time, I believe that you all remember that we touch based agile principles and values as well. We'll continue from there. But before we begin from there, let me quickly share some guidelines which are really necessary as a reminder. And in case we forget and we don't follow them, this reminder is always useful so that we get aligned by this and revisit what exactly we are missing out and what we need to bring up to follow this. So let me bring that up for you. I'm going to share my screen shortly. All right. Please confirm if you all can see my screen. This is the guideline I was talking about. This is the code of honor. Thank you so much for your confirmation again. The first one that reminds us to show up live as Agile is full of ceremonies and we are participating into Be Agile Scrum. And ceremonies, when I'm talking, it means that all the meetings that requires you to show up live as a future Scrum Master or product owner or business analyst, where you need to be on time, remain punctual, and remain highly committed. Why? Because once you practice it over here, considering the training itself as a project, there is pretty good chances that you will be able to replicate once you
recording in progress
and you become the part of it. Other universal law associated with this says that how you do anything is how you do everything. That's the also reason that it demands you to practice it over here. One request from my end, in case you are willing to participate, then please remain unmuted. In case you think that you are going to participate at your personal place, that time you can be muted. So that's the quick request to all of you. The second one that says that, because you are in this journey, learning, relearning, and unlearning. Okay, so I want to reiterate my request to all of you, otherwise we'll be putting you on mute. Thank you so much. So, yeah. So when you learn, you automatically become student. We don't want you to be the student. You be the full stack student who does all the assignment, does all the research work, and repeat whatever they learn. So do these all activity, and once you will do that, you will eventually find that you are heading to success, and it is quite easy to own that and take the full responsibility of it. But when you don't do so, you attract the failure, and you need to take the full responsibility of that as well. Why? Because once you will take that, there are only chances, then only you can correct it, and you will find that failure is not the failure, but it becomes the trail to the success. So these are two elements. Once you do, or once you finish what you start, the fourth one, to do so, it really requires a concrete mindset that all starts with learning mindset that is aligned from Kaizen of lean management, that is continuous learning. And to do so, you need to go more positive minded. More positive minded you will become, you will find yourself going more complaint free. More complaint free you will become, you will find yourself getting loaded in more gratitude that leads to happiness. Why it is required, that I'm going to unveil shortly. The fifth code of honor that says that to do so and to attain these level of these level of mindset, you need to start your day with the increased level of receptivity. How can you do so? For that very reason, I generally encourage each one of you to participate in 30 days audio challenge. That is a free personal training that you can enroll to, that is complimentary, just a recommendation, not a mandate, where you will see that how every single day your course of life is getting changed in all the actions that you will perform from the start of the day, and for for that reason, you can ask for this training to me after the session anytime. Just DM me and you'll get the link of it. The second one, because we are taking a deep dive in the technical session, I'll always remember to follow this golden quadrant of learning that comes in the fourth step. So fourth step, that includes you first declare with the anchor, then learn it, and then draw whatever you have learned using pen and paper, and then summarize it in a way that even 5 years old can understand, and that too in a very brief manner, that is not more than 90 seconds of video form. Submit it back into the WhatsApp group and witness your evaluation from novice to as expert, because many of had already witnessed it in the past. You too can do that, and you can go ahead full throttle claiming your own position in the market as scrum master or business analyst or product owner, the way you will prepare yourself. And for that reason, this exercise is quite vital. So let's get started with the first step, that is declaration with anchor. Can you all see? I just now selected the segment of the statement on your screen. Can you all see that, the selected?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So what we are going to do at the count of 3, we are going to put the anchor. Anchor is nothing but a self hi-fi that you just now heard as a clap, and then repeat after me what I am going to read on the screen. So let's get started. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick learner.
What others can learn and master,
What others can learn and master,
I too can do that.
I too can do that.
One more time. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. Because I'm an awesome learner.
Because I'm an awesome learner.
Today's learning is going to be
Today's learning is going to be
super duper easy to me.
super duper easy to me.
Yes, it is going to be. Who said so? And it may sound, little. Okay, so I'm hearing my own echo. Okay, now it's better. So those who could do that, it was quite easy for you to follow the instruction. Those who could not, because of one reason, and the reason could be when you come from the already vast experience, sometime situation may feel you little awkward, and that time you don't feel like taking some action. And for that very reason, we encourage you to be the giver, keeping ego on the path of learning. That keeps you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. It does mean that your happiness level increases, and we were talking about happiness led by gratitude. Why? Because that leads to the happiness is today's new productivity as per the corporate, and that's the reason you need to work on that area. And that is today's demand of the corporate. And while you do so, you will continue to earn, but the goal has to be enhance your earning as well, and that can come by following certain activity. And for that very reason, we encourage you to, in case you are earning today, have at least this practice of giving away 5% or 10% of your earning. In case you are not earning today at all, at least have an intention that whenever you will start earning, you will start giving away 5% or 10% of it to the charity. Could be anything like feeding to the hungry children, or donating to orphanage or old age home, or towards any temple, churches, or gurudwara, or mosque, wherever you believe in whatever causes you can make difference over there by giving away 5%. Or why you need to give away money in the charity? Because it is said, what you want to enhance more of, start giving away the portion of. So that's the one of the reason. And when you give, you grow. You just and I'm sure that you're not here for the just survival, so you can practice it. And just don't practice it for the sake of the growth, but also to inspire others. And while you do so, you can appreciate what you do, what others do for you, and what does not happen to you seem like in your favor, but still it is happening. So you need to continue that, because what you appreciates you back. So these are 6 quick code of honor, but also there are days allocated for your activity that I'm going to quickly reiterate. On every Sunday, we are going to meet for technical session starting at 10 p.m. Monday, again, technical session next day will be happening at 10 p.m. Tuesday, you are supposed to attend the RRP session, that is reference resume preparation, that enhances your visibility, credibility, and marketability. Wednesday, you need to do the assignment for the learning you did on Sunday. Thursday, you're going to again attend the RRP session. Even though it is repeated, the purpose is the same. Even though it is repeated, you are requested to repeat it, because the core idea is this: visibility, credibility, marketability. If you are not repeating, RRP team may not really be standing side, thinking that you are going to really seriously looking for it. So that's the reason repetition is requested over here. And Friday, you complete the assignment for the learning you made on Monday, and Saturday you can choose to relax or have breather day, or additionally you can repeat whatever you have learned or do your own research work, or prepare your question that you can ask for the next technical session, that is on Sunday. This is how we are going to remain connected, by following this code of honor and the days. So are we clear on this, everyone? Just unmute and say yes if you are all.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for your confirmation.
Yes.
And appreciate the 100% participation from all of you. We wanted everyone to participate over here. So let's get started from where we left. Do you all remember last time we had given you one assignment, and what was that?
We have to further tools.
We had to take
Different tools of agile methods.
Okay, different tools that you wanted to explore. Good that you remember. So I'm not sure how many of you could do that. So how many of you could do that? Just you can raise your virtual hand, and we'll get to see that how many of you could participate. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. So those who could not do that, for you, I'm going to quickly share the screen, that what you could choose, what was the intention behind that. The intention is that you open the one tool, decide upon it, that what you are going to actually explore, and the idea you have to bring from there, that what is the possibility of that tool, what all this tool is going to do. So the idea is that it will help you first to start with the self-learning. That's number one. Number two, eventually you will get to hear from us that in that tool, after some weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, what exactly you were supposed to do. So for that very reason, I'm going to bring the screen in front of you so that you will be clear, and then we will begin from where we left off. Okay. So I had given you some example. However, there are plethora of such tools that we generally utilize. Can you see here, we had stopped and we requested, after showing you these tools, that you choose any one tool and start going practicing over there. You don't need to come back and ask what exactly I need to do. The whole idea was that you yourself going to explore the potential and possibility of this tool, where all it can help you, what all activity you can perform over there. In case you are not getting anything, you can just take a note of it, and whenever we will start working on that tool, there you will explore after second or third week. Is it clear to all of you? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
sir.
In case you could not do, please have a plan, and in coming week, you just do that. So let me go back to the slide from where I left off. All right. So I'm going to open that for you, and just allow me so that I can do it. Yeah. All right. So we were talking about this, what is Agile, and do you all remember this slide too? I was giving you example how the circle is also getting in, how a circle is formed incrementally, dot by dot by dot. So we were giving you the example of the incrementation. So let's continue with over here to understanding more towards whether Agile and Scrum are the same. I think we had covered this slide as well. Do you all remember?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So let's bring this in process. This is Scrum process flow. Okay, what is all about? So what exactly happens? This, what you see is product backlog. Now I want to bring one example in front of you before I explain it completely. Okay. So this example, I will try to make it as simple as possible with one analogy. Okay. Imagine, I will make sure that it is not going as technical for you, and eventually we will evolve towards the technicality of it. Okay. So can I share with you all what is exactly happening over here?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, all right. So imagine that parents are there. There is a children. Okay, and it's time of breakfast, and there are grandparents, parents, and children are there. Okay, children, and in the morning time, morning breakfast hour, your goal is to persuade the children to finish off their most favorite breakfast, and breakfast could be the slices of cakes, and some slice there are multiple slices of cakes, and few cakes are having more cherry on it, some tutti fruities on it. So you are persuading your children to finish them off. All right. So exactly who is going to persuade it? So grandparents are there in the picture. Your grandson or granddaughter are sitting. They are just putting their tantrum that they want something very interesting and very attractive slices of the uh, slices of the I mean, of the cake. So that these are the children's tantrum. Grandparents are making sure things will flow smoothly so that grandchildren can finish them up. Now let me come back toward the slices of the cakes. So imagine there is a big loaf of the bread. Okay, and that big loaf of the bread will have the some portion which is having more tutti frutti and cherries on it. So do you think that entire large portion of this loaf of the bread can be consumed by the children? Do you think is it possible?
No.
No, not at all. So for that very reason, what happens? Uh, the parents decide what we will do. We will cut them into slice by slice by slice by slice by slice. Okay, good so far. So that's the decision was made. And
Yes.
what happens now, because the children are very much stubborn, and they put some tantrum, they easily don't get persuaded to consume those slices during the breakfast. So what you do, you hold on a meeting with the parents and grandparents, and you decide how we can send it out. So you agree that we will prioritize it in a way that the attractive, most important, and immediately consumable item can be shared with the kids, and they also want it. Okay, that you decide in one of the meeting. All right. Then what you do, when do you agree? So what you do, you just prioritize few slices in a plate, and then you start working on them. You few portion you share with the kids, and you continue to ask them whether they are liking it or they are not liking it. So you are just checking on the feedback as well with the kids. So what you are doing from your end, you are just cutting the slices in a consumable portion, and making it ready, making it more presentable for for your children. And in case I am listening my own echo because of you being unmuted, kindly keep yourself muted so that I don't get a bit uh, disturbed. Thank you so much. So yeah, so what I was talking, I was giving you analogy of parents and grandparents come together, uh, prioritizing the slices of bread of loaf, and then deciding that how it can be delivered. You discuss, parents and grandparents discuss on the plan whether it is the right approach or not. And for every portion that is about to go to children, you just make the inspection of it, whether it is the right portion, whether it can be consumable, whether it can be delivered. When you are satisfied with every single portion, then you hold a witness meeting, to which you can name it whatever it is. So you name it and you finalize on day one, means in the consistency, whatever you had decided that these portion should be consumed by the kids, you just deliver them, and at the end what happens, you hold another meeting where you take the feedback from the children itself, whether they liked it, whether they liked it or they did not like it. So in case you learn from your children that okay, so they had some complaint or they really liked it, based on that you take a note of it, and next day you decide whatever you will deliver for your kids in the breakfast, that will go as per according to their plan. So have you understood this entire analogy? So, and I will relate it how it is with this scrum flow. Are you able to understand this analogy, what exactly happened? Say yes if you can understand what I said. It was a simple
Yes.
storified way. Okay.
Yeah.
So understand, kids are your client. Okay. Grandparents and parents are a team, and the braid of loaf is a product backlog. Product backlog means the requirement is huge and cannot be consumed. Software development requirement is huge and cannot be completed just within one day. So this requirement is sliced in a minimum workable, consumable requirement, and you hold one meeting. The first meeting will be called as sprint planning meeting, where you will reprioritize all the requirement and decide that you will be working on 2, 3, or 4 requirement every single day. And every single day you will hold a meeting where you will be checking with team member how their progress is going, how your progress is going, whether they are finding any difficulty in performing that. So in case all those consumable item is almost about to get over, you hold another meeting with your client, whether you are asking them whether what they are going to deliver is as per the agreement, is as per their requirement or not, to which meeting we call it as a sprint review meeting. What we call it as, everyone, where client is coming for the review, what meeting it will be called as?
Sprint review meeting.
And the very first meeting where you reprioritize all the requirement, what meeting it will be called as? The very first
Sprint
meeting?
planning meeting.
Planning meeting. And daily you will be connecting with the team members on just looking for and asking for the progress. What meeting it will be called as?
Daily Scrum meeting.
Yes. So 3 important meetings you have known so far. In the sprint review meeting, client himself witness what exactly you have delivered to them, going to deliver to them, and then you decide, okay, so few portion of slices or chunk of the requirement has already been almost delivered. Now this is the time to start working of the next few portion of the requirement. But before you hop on to that next sprint, sprint is the time duration. What it is called as, everyone? Sprint is what?
Time duration.
Time duration. A fixed timeline in which the entire team decides that they will continue to work upon that, upon some, prioritized item. So you decide the fixed time. It could be minimum 1 week, maximum 4 weeks. So you, maximum 4 weeks, moderate is 2 weeks. Okay. So you decide onto that, you continue to work upon it. And before you the next iteration happens, you hold one more meeting. In that meeting, you just introspect in the past what all the learning you could have had, or anything that you missed you could accommodate, or anything you want to improvise next time, that you can do that. That happens with the entire team. Product owner will be just optional. This meeting will be called as, fourth meeting, as sprint retrospective meeting. What it will be called as, everyone?
Sprint retrospective.
And what happens in this retrospective meeting?
If anything is left over, they review it.
No, not leftover. The whole idea behind this retrospective meeting is that the insight collection, the collection of insight, your learning will happen over here. Anything that gives you the outcome that you can do better next time, you reflect upon them. Okay. So sprint retrospective meeting, you can think of having the reflection meeting. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. So is it the reflection of the whole sprint?
whole sprint that has just now gone over until sprint review, customer gives you feedback, your internal feedback, everything comes together, get discussed in the sprint retrospective without any blame game. Okay, simple, you're learning, you jot down why you will do that. Any idea why you will do that in the sprint retrospective meeting? Why you will reflect upon them, on the learning or mistakes or correction, so that you can utilize it into the next work, next portion of the work in the next sprint. Is it clear the reason behind the sprint retrospective?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay, okay, all right. So this is the entire, yeah, go ahead, who has some question?
So in the sprint review and the sprint retrospective, will the same matter be discussed or?
No. So in sprint retrospective, client is not there. Okay. In sprint review, client is there. In sprint review, client is giving the feedback, whether it is as per my requirement or not. The entire team is presenting what you have developed. In sprint retrospective, you simple reflect upon together in the team what you have delivered or what you have worked upon. It is aligned with client or not. Did you could you do something better or not? Did you do something better or not? Next time, can you improvise upon something or not? So these are few items that you discuss in the sprint retrospective meeting.
Okay,
so is
like
it
in your example, it's only with the adults, like family member, parents and grandparents, without the
yes,
kids. Is it?
without the
Okay.
kids. Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
So because next time you have to just execute, you don't have to take the decision as per the client. Okay, so whatever you have delivered, it will be based upon that. All right, so can we move to the next? This is the entire plain scrum flow that is going to get repeated into the every sprint. Yeah, cool. So this this will be most repeated and enhanced diagram that you will get to see in coming few days. So like just now you have seen about agile principles, the values of agile as well, how it is mentioned in the manifesto. And as I told you in the past, scrum is the subset of agile. So scrum will have also its own values. So what are these values? I want you to quickly just read this for me, please. Anyone?
In July 2016, the Scrum values were added to the Scrum Guide. These values include courage, focus, commitment, respect, openness.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. So even in the Scrum Guide, these 5 values got added. So what they represent: courage is for what, focus is for what, commitment is for what, respect and openness is for what. So let's quickly have a look at it over here. Okay. In the courage, when we are talking about, it means that every single person who are the part of the team, okay, even the problem is tough, they will not just deviate from the focus, and they will just they are always standing towards solving the problem. They will not just hop on to another problem because the problem may sound tougher. Okay, so here you read, scrum team member have the courage to do the right thing and work on the tough problem, be it any single requirement, be it any item, be it as difficult as it sounds. You stand upon towards the clarity of it, make things really doable for you, and you complete it. Focus, everyone focuses on the work of the sprint and the goals of scrum team. Why focus is important? It may appear that tomorrow, say for example, you are working in a team, and imagine your goal is to deliver 3-4 items, okay, in a week. Okay, 3-4 item is what? 3-4 pieces of the requirement with me. Say, and when I am talking about requirement, let's go back here. Let me give you some another example. Customer comes with, hey, I want you to develop one entire banking system with me. So when we say entire banking system, do you think that entire banking system can be delivered within 1 week or 2 weeks or 4 weeks?
No,
No.
sir.
So when we are talking about entire banking system, what may it all comprise of? Give me some example.
Mobile banking,
Net banking,
Mobile banking, net banking, what else?
net banking,
ATM,
Creating an account.
Creating an account, adding account. What else?
Ordering checks.
Ordering checks. Okay. Inventories. Okay. What else?
Liquid withdrawal.
Okay.
Different types of deposits.
Deposits, withdrawal. What else?
Making debit cards.
Debit card, credit cards. What else?
ATM.
Loans.
ATMs. Okay. Cash withdrawal system through ATM. Loans, mortgages. Yes. What else?
Making investments.
Investment. Yeah. So here you will see it's not just when you are talking about banking, is just not one segment. Banking itself have a multiple banking, the whole banking, online banking, then mobile banking, then net banking, and I mean these are the whole banking system. But inside this banking, there are adding customer, there are adding account, there is opening account, there is fixed deposit account, recurring deposit account, there is saving account, there is joint account, then there is a loan management system. Inside loan, there is a personal loan, business loan, vehicle loan, then a home loan, mortgages. There are different other ways, there are multiple things. So entire requirement cannot be accommodated just within few requirement and get delivered. It will have to be sliced down into consumable, doable requirements so that it can be well delivered in timely fashion. Now, do you understand when I am talking about large requirement, what does it mean? Do you all understand?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So let's come back over here and understand focus has to be there, what we have decided. Okay, that has to be finished. In between, customer may come and say that, okay, I want this to be considered into delivery first, and that decision has to come through only product owner. As a scrum master, you cannot take any decision, or you don't want to you entertain any new thing that will deviate you from the focus or from your team. So that you need to keep in your mind always. The commitment being the third one, that says that together entire team will commit to achieve the goals of the scrum team. It's not about single person's commitment, it's about entire team's commitment towards first sprint, towards sprint by sprint by sprint. And don't forget to respect others. So it may sound like everyone is trying to achieve something together, you may disagree onto someone, but can you always have the opinion of respect for each other? Okay, so just don't get away. See, everything is working towards one goal. That's quite naturally that you may deviate from someone's difference, someone's opinion. It does not mean that you may go rude or something. This is the value of the scrum, and there will be value of the SAFe, which is the advanced version of the scrum, that says that you have to always be polite with your team members, respect each other. Do you all understand this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
This is very important.
Yes.
It may sound this is very simple, silly. No, you have to reflect upon yourself. Are you following this or not? If you're not following, you're not following Scrum, you're not following SAFe, you're not following Agile. So always remember this, because I have seen in my career that people take time to learn these values. Okay, so this is one of the things. Openness. Openness
Hey,
is
Gaurav,
that,
sorry, I got disconnected.
yes.
Let me know when to continue, huh?
Yeah, sure. After this slide, you can take over. So no problem.
Okay.
So, yeah. So openness, the Scrum team and a stakeholder agreed to be open about all the work and the challenges with performing the work. So you are open enough to receive the feedback, give the feedback, and that feedback enhances your own skill to put through next time in the next sprint. And always remember to open, because their idea flows. Okay, you continue to add value not just in clients requirement, but automatically into your life as well, as a personality trait plus the skill trait plus the pace trait. So these three things are involved when you are open enough to share and receive the feedback. So if I'll just want to tell you what all the benefit it will draw. So benefit that you can see on the screen. Prerna, do you want to take this benefit of Scrum?
Yeah,
Prerna,
sure.
yeah,
Yes, yes, sure.
yeah, you can take it.
Yes. So till now, Gaurav has explained in detail quite well how is Scrum, what are the events, and what are the things we have to focus on while working on Scrum and things. So why there can be a question in an interview specifically that the interviewer may ask you why we use Scrum or why Scrum is being used by the organizations, or simply what are the benefits of Scrum. Okay, so I want four different people to read out these 4 points at once, and then we will explain. And also, if anybody is interested, they could tell what they feel by these pointers. Okay, so first one, yeah, go ahead.
Increase the quality of the deliverables.
Yeah, and what do we understand from this?
That whenever for each and every deliverables to client, so that there will be a improvement in all the deliverables.
Okay, so here what we are trying to say is, because we are following such principles, we are following the focus points, we are being very much customer centric, we are improvising, we are retrospecting in each and every Scrum, the ultimate delivery is going to be of good quality, right? See, it is as simple as that. If you were assuming you were little weak in maths, or you got less marks in maths, but then you thought, no, I have to improve, and you keep practicing daily, right? So what will be the ultimate output?
Better quality.
Better quality, right? You would definitely do better in your exam because you have been practicing, you have been improving. So that is what this line says. It's very important, but it's very simple, but it is one of the most important, because ultimately everything is associated and is important for delivery. Okay, yeah. Next point.
Cope better with change and expect the changes.
1 second. Sorry. Yeah, please read out the entire line.
Cope better with change and expect the changes.
Okay, so what it says is, cope better with change and expect the changes. I wanted someone to even read that. See, basically, the entire motive of following this is that currently we are working in dynamic environment, right? So dynamic, when I say, that means it's ever changing. So it's like, the customer may come and tell you a lot of different changes, updates, modifications, depending on their decisions, market trends, government policies or customer preferences, anything. So basically, you have to be on your toes. So when such kind of continuous changes or modifications are asked or are there in the project, Scrum suits the best. Because we are working in sprints, we are talking to the customer on regular basis, we are having connects with them, we are having meetings, review meetings with them. So somewhere you develop a decent bond or decent relationship, trust relationship with them, and you are at a better position to accommodate the changes. But again, here, uh, consider this point. It's not that everything can be changed and every change would be acceptable. No. So whatever is within the budget, within the timeline, and within the agreement, just remember three points. If you have your diary or notebook, please write them down. Whatever is within the budget, within the timelines, and within the scope of the project that is mentioned in the agreement, that would be changed. Anything beyond this, any other change which which would result in further cost, or more, which might require more time, or which is not mentioned by the customer earlier, that would have to be taken with the entire team, entire management, or approvals from every end. Is it feasible or not? check with the development team. So that is a different story. So that's why I'm saying even this might be a question that in Scrum, every change or everything is accommodated, or how you feel about it, or is it true? So you have to mention these three important points: cost, timelines, and scope. Everybody understands this? Yes, no? Please unmute and respond.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. Makes sense also, right? So cost, timelines, and scope. Always, always remember this. Everybody who is on mute, please note this point. It is very important. Yeah. Next point, please. Third point. Some different person, please. Yeah.
Provide better estimates while spending less time creating them.
Yes. So basically, they are saying is that your estimation or your schedule or your timelines are provided faster instead of wasting too much of time, to create them. So they, in short, they mean that you are providing, because we work in a sprint pattern. We know what the timelines are, 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So we are in a better position to give the overall timelines, and that involves ultimately less I would say energy and time to make a schedule. Now why they have mentioned this, I'll tell you. See, in Scrum we know the sprint would be maybe whatever we decide, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or 1 week, right? Depending on your organization. But in other projects this is not the case. Okay, in other projects where the Scrum is not followed, we follow a project plan, we follow schedule, and then trust me, it's very cumbersome. It's very tiring. I have prepared so many project plans, and then the deadline, the starting date is different, and the timing for each development, each cycle, say requirement gathering, analysis, design, and development testing, that keeps changing, and then that activity of making project plan or timeline is, that takes a lot of efforts. That would take a project manager, a couple of BAs, and involvement from technical team. So it is a lot of effort, which is not required in Agile, which is not required in Scrum, because we know we have 2 weeks or we have 3 weeks, and we have to perform in that. And then you can actually have a fair idea. Okay, if I can complete this much in these 2 weeks, then with this speed, if I have a consistent speed of this or delivery, in how much time I can complete the project, or give the particular model. Make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Next
Yes.
point, please.
Be more
in
control of the project schedule and state.
Right. That's what I just mentioned. See, these two are interrelated point. First point says you actually involve, or you actually invest very less point in the schedule, and next say, because you have the sprint pattern, or everything is aligned or planned in advance, your project schedule and your start date doesn't move much. So you get it. That's what I was saying, right? In the earlier example, I just happened to say that when we prepare a project plan, and then your start date changes, and then your everything just get pushed, like it's getting pushed, and you are just kind of having the trouble with managing the dates, managing the delivery. Here we know that if the sprint is starting from 1st of per se October, it's going to start from 1st October, right? Because if it doesn't, your entire work schedule gets hampered. It's not that easy to switch timelines or push timelines in Scrum. Yeah. Anybody has any doubts in this, or we can go to the next slide, please? Yeah. Gaurav, we can move, please. Perfect. So benefits of Agile. So we, in the last slide, we learned that overall benefits of Agile. Here we will learn what are the benefits to each stakeholders. I hope you know a little bit about this word or this keyword stakeholder. If not, it will come in near future. So basically, there are every party which is involved in the project, and what are the benefits they achieve or they reap out of Agile. So I want 3 different people. Each person can read out the one box, and I'll appreciate people who have not read earlier to come forward. I know it's little late, but we will try to finish on time today. So everyone who has been on mute, I do not want to take names. Please come forward and start speaking. So, I will not have to poke you further. So we'll start with customer, please.
Customer, more responsive to requests, high value features, delivered more quickly with short cycles.
Perfect. Thank you, Tanima. So what it says, that was
Okay.
Tanima, right?
Yes, correct, Tanima.
Okay, nice name, by the way, different.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So, see, it's very simple. Customer is happy because he's getting quick response, first of all, or more response, because earlier, in waterfall, we used to barely look at the customer needs, and we just as a team, organization used to work on their own, and there was no connect. But in Agile and Scrum, yes, you have frequent meetings, you have con calls, you have alternate day calls with the customer. See, when I was working in Agile with international client, or where I still work, we really do have frequent catch-ups, weekly catch-ups or twice a week, depending on the severity of the project. So there is more response to their request. So they feel heard, they're happy. Then high value features means whatever they're asking for, that would be definitely what I would say, complex in nature, or high value for them, that is very important for them. High value means it can be either very complex, either of much importance to them, that is getting delivered, so they are very happy. And delivered more quickly with short cycles, we've always already discussed, that because of their cycles are very short, they are repetitive, they are going on and on. It's very I would say pleasant for them, that they are getting their delivery faster. See, imagine if you're getting something after 2-3 months, and instead of that, you're getting smaller chunk every 15 days. What would you prefer? Tell me.
Small chunk.
Smaller chunks.
Small chunks.
Right? That makes more sense, right? Because you're happy. See, as human beings, we feel more comfortable when we see output, right? At least that is what I feel, because when we know that something is happening, you can see something, you feel more relaxed, you feel more I would say comfortable, that okay, things are working, things are happening, that way.
Yeah,
So that is
absolutely.
first thing. And one second. Yeah. The next, by the way, I did not allow you to read both the points. Right? Please go ahead and read all the other points, please.
Development teams.
Development.
Enjoy development work. Work is valued and used. Reduced non-productive work.
Perfect. So basically, it's a short cycle. Everything is planned, everything is explained, and you're dealing with high quality people. They are the best skilled person in their field. So they basically enjoy.
Yes.
So what happens is, they know what they're working on, and they're getting all the support which they require, and their work is valued and used. You tell me, how would you feel if your work is valued?
Appreciate.
How would, see, imagine you cook something nice at home and everybody appreciates.
Yes, if
Feel very good.
somebody
Feel
appreciates
good.
yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel motivated or not by that?
Of course,
It
motivated.
is
Yes.
motivated.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yes.
right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that is the same case with the development team, because they know that their work is valued. They are getting, one second. Yeah, sorry, I'm back. My net was fluctuating. I just had to do something. Yeah. So basically, when you feel valued and your, work has been appreciated, you do well. That is from development team. And last but not the least, reduced non-productive work. Now, this is very important because many a times what happens is, as I told you, in the course of action or during the regular work, many a times lot of non-productive work or unimportant work, or some such features which are not relevant, they are being asked, and that is at times time consuming. So overall that just drains the energy of that person or that team. So basically we focus on productive and important work, and that makes all the difference, and they really feel happy. Any doubt?
No.
No, ma'am.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So can we go to Scrum Master, please?
Sure.
Planning task level, tracking in daily meetings, tremendous awareness of project state or status, catching and addressing issues quickly.
Okay, so basically, planning, task level, tracking, and daily meetings. So basically, see what happens here is, because everything is planned, everything is as per schedule, Scrum Master is at a better position to track. Like, you remember if you when you had your exams and you prepared your schedule, okay, so you used to have, okay, this day maths or half day science or half day history, half day geography, anything and everything like that. You could track your progress. Okay, have I done it, or have I completed it, or have I done my revision? So in here, what happens, because we meet daily with the team, and team provides their status. All must have heard about the Scrum meeting. Yes, stand up meeting. Yes, no, yes.
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 Yes. So what do we speak in stand up meeting? Three
What we
pointers.
had done
Cover the
yesterday,
and
today,
Uh-huh.
and what we gonna do it.
Right.
No, there are three things. Okay, somebody else? Yeah. Third point.
Any backlogs?
what we did, what we are doing,
And the hurdle.
And impediments, if impediments are there.
Perfect. Impediments. Yeah. So what have we worked on? What are we planning to work on?
Mhm.
That is basically we say in the next 8 hours or next day. And any impediments, any issues, any doubts,
Any
any
roadblocks?
roadblocks, that we can share.
Yes.
So imagine if that is being discussed on daily basis, Scrum Master has a better visibility or better understanding of the entire process, right? Yeah. So again, this leads to tremendous awareness of the project. He knows what the project status is, what is the pace, what is the deliverables, if there any issue, if there any problem, anything and everything he is aware of and he knows. That's the third. That's the thing. And third is, because he's aware, and as per the Scrum meeting, the third point, he knows if there is any issue, right? Because we even discussed that.
Yes.
Make sense, everybody?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt in this?
No.
No.
Yeah. No, then we can move to the next slide, please. Yeah.
So, ma'am, can I ask you something? So if we have any issue, like we were telling addressing an issue, right? So if we have any issue, who will talk to the team, developer team or any team? The Scrum Master will talk, or somebody will talk? How will it work?
Sorry, can you repeat your question, please?
Yeah, actually, if we have some issues, like addressing a issue you were telling, right? So if we have any issue in the project or somewhere, will Scrum Master will talk to the development team, or is there
What
some
kind of issue? It will be great if you could explain, or if you could elaborate issue. Issue means from customer end or from our team's end.
Okay, yeah, okay.
No. I'm asking you. I can see. Depends. If it is an internal issue, then definitely Scrum Master is the go-to person. If it is an issue from a customer, like if they want any change, any updates, anything they're
Not from
asking
the
that is
customer.
outside the
Not from the customer, like our internal, like
internally, then definitely
development.
Scrum Generally, the likelihood is very less because the team is very closely knit. There is a great amount of trust and everything. But still, in case if there is any chaos, definitely Scrum Master is the first person to go.
Prerna,
Oh.
can I pitch in and address this?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please
So
go ahead.
imagine one scenario: daily stand-up meeting is happening. Okay, business analyst standing, developer is standing, tester is standing, one architect is there, Scrum Master is there, product owner is not there. Everyone is coming and they are giving their daily sync up call. They are just updating. Hey, I did this portion of work in last 8 hours. I am planning to complete this portion of the work in next 8 hours, and as of now I have a bottleneck to proceed with ongoing work because there was some activity to come from business analysts. They were to give me the detailed steps to perform certain activity that I have not received. The problem number one, which has not been addressed, and you just shared over the stand-up meeting. What the likely action can be taken, what the action can happen, what next thing may happen at that point of time? The moment you burst out what exactly the impediment and problem is, what may go next? The business analyst may say, hey, I will be, he or she might be justifying, or she might be defending, but as a Scrum Master you don't have to allow that. You have to just, in the stand-up call, you have to just listen to it. And as a Scrum Master, you will make sure how business analyst and the person who was just giving this update come together, collaborate together and address this issue. That's number one. Okay. Number two is that whenever you have some different problem, like business analyst is giving update, I want to give the analysis and design on these many user story or these many requirement I did last day. Today I am planning to complete user story number 1 to 5 that I am planning, but I don't see it happening today because there were some details to come from the customer itself. Customer has gone non-responsive. Okay, now you have put it as an impediment. What is going to happen? Are you going to address and resolve this issue then and there? No, not exactly. Everyone is done with these three things, last state, next state, and bottleneck. After that, after the stand-up call, it's Scrum Master who can definitely tell and ask business analysts when you are setting up your next meeting to get the clarification on the impediment. So this is how it solves. Whether it is internal problem or external problem has to happen after the daily stand-up call only. Is it clear?
Yes,
Not in the
yes.
call. So be very much clear. Why you need to be very much clear? Because the whole idea is that it has to get finished not less than 15 minutes, not more than 15 minutes. In fact, much earlier, much before that. If in case you will start getting into the problem and solution of it, it may go like a status call. Stand-up call is not like a status call, not like a problem-solving call. It's just a quick, sync-up call. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is how we are going to go ahead. So Prerna, over to you, back to you. And let me know whenever you want me to continue.
Yeah, good. Next slide, please. Yes. Can someone read the vendor part?
Vendor
Focus
focus
development on high value features, increased efficiency, reduced wastage, and decreased overhead.
Okay, first of all, can you please tell what is the vendor? The one person who read it. What do we understand by the word vendor? Yeah.
The client.
Any idea?
Vendor is someone who's working on that project. Like for say there is some project, a client is for say Blue Shield of California, and if Infosys is working for the project run by Blue Shield of California, then Infosys is the vendor.
I didn't actually quite catch that. So you're saying client is not, right? Not the client.
Not
somebody
the client. It's someone who's working for the client for the over the project. So I was
Makes
giving
sense.
an example, like if the client
Yeah.
is Blue Shield BSC or maybe XYZ, And for say Infosys is working for BSC, then Infosys is the vendor.
Yeah. So good example. But honestly, the definition or the coverage of vendor is quite bigger than that. So vendor is any organization or any team basically that is working for you, for the client or for the particular project. It can be from the customer side, it can be from internal organization, depending. So I'll give you a simple example. If you are working on a project and there is some technology that you don't have resources of, right? Per se, any niche technology that is very skilled or very limited people or candidates have that skill. So in that scenario, instead of hiring that, because you don't work on that on daily basis, you ask from a particular vendor. So vendor is a third party person who provides services, right? So they can give you their employees or their resources who work on that skill. That is number one. Second, a vendor can be an organization from where you buy your hardware or software, right? So all the laptops, all the server, all the desktops, all the equipments that come from, that can be your vendor. Your Wi-Fi provider, your network provider, those can be your vendor. Okay. So vendor is a bigger umbrella, and you can have multiple aspects under that. So everybody's clear with that?
It's almost like
Yes.
It's almost like a vending machine, right? The vendor machine?
Vending machine, you're saying?
Yeah.
In what sense you're trying to say this? Yeah.
Well, I'm saying it's like a product. It's like almost like you're working for a client, like a client.
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
it's almost like a project. It's like some kind of an object that the people. It's like a little project in a major company that the people are
Okay,
concentrating.
I'll try to give a simple example. I'll just say it's your it's a stupid or simple example, but it might connect the dots. See, it's like your best friend's wedding. Okay, for example, they're getting married. They have everything as place, but then you, as a best friend, you go and help them for some of the chores.
That's exactly what I'm trying to explain.
Yeah, definitely they'll gift you something for being your best friend, but then you are not from anybody's side, though you are your best friend's wedding. But then what I'm trying to say is you're just giving your services. Okay, and you're open. Tomorrow, if some of your other friend is getting married or your family members are getting married, you'll still be there to give your services or help them out in the work. So same way, like I say Accenture or bigger companies, they say consulting. That is what they do. They have their own projects. That's absolutely fine. But they also lend their resources or outsource their resources for such projects. Okay. Makes sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So basically, focused development on high value features. So vendors, and by the way, their billing is quite high because we are kind of renting them, or so they are charged on hours or on days depending on the contract. So they are more than happy to focus on something that is of high value to them. So they also learn something, or they also get something good on their resume as a resources. Second, increase efficiency, because you are getting stuff done by the best of people. Definitely, their efficiency is greater than the employees or candidates who are not skilled. And last but not the least, reduced wastage and decrease overhead. See, you are paying by the hour, kind of like, and you're paying in good amount. So you would definitely ensure that there is no wastage of time or there is no wastage of resources. Make sense? Yeah.
Clear.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like when we take any classes, for say guitar learning classes or karate classes or any classes that go by hour, do we go late over there? No, right? Or we value each and every minute of it. These are the simpler ones. If there is something exclusive or something, like piano classes, which are generally comparatively costlier, right? So there you would ensure that your kid or yourself, you just reach before time and attend, because they cost you a lot. So that same way, you value the time because you're paying that way, and those services are very skilled. Yeah. Next point, please. Product owner.
Product owner development work aligns with customer needs, frequent opportunities to reprioritize work, maximum delivery of value.
Yeah. So I'll just start with the last point. So maximum delivery of value, we already discussed that because your team is excellent, skilled, working on time, working with each other, and with the constant response from customer, your delivery would be the best. That is a high value, right? Frequent opportunities to reprioritize work simply means because the customer is in continuous connection or communication with you, in case there is any update in the any change in the priorities. Like for example, imagine in India, if some advertisement was to go for a particular product, per se, what I will say, what kind of product you want, per se a particular soap, okay, because now Diwali is coming. So before the Diwali is coming, they might want to push their glowing skin soap before than the other soap, maybe detergent soap or something like that, right? So how it changed because of the season, they want to push a particular project that might go well with the current season. Like you remember during Christmas times, there are a lot of things, family oriented gifts, items and sweets. Those are being pushed and marketed because that's the time of the family bonding and celebration, right? So that time people go and purchase a lot of stuff. So same way, as per the customer requirements, the priority might change, and then that is handled by the product owner only because he is the only one who handles the backlog. Make sense? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and development work aligns with customer needs. That's actually goes without saying that definitely whatever we are working on, that has to be as per the customer needs or has to be the customer requirements. So our development aligns with that. So the last stakeholder, please, PMOs and C-level executives.
PMOs and C-level executives, high visibility of daily project development, adjust strategies based on hard information, plan effectively with less speculations.
Yes. So basically, I've already worked as a PMO. PMO is a person or maybe a team who manage multiple projects or multiple portfolios. Okay. So it's not only one project they are looking at. There might be any number. So I had a crazy number of projects to look at, and I know how haywire it is unless there is Scrum if Scrum is not followed. So here what they say is, because you have a very strict or very deliberately created schedule, you as a PMO and C-level executive means all the senior management, all the seniors or leaders in your organization who are working on preparing the strategy and mission and vision of the company. So basically, they can understand very well what is happening in the projects, where are we leading, what kind of customer base we have, how are we catering and delivering to them. And as per the demand or as per the delivery or as per the market scenario, they adjust this strategy. Like, see, couple of years back, there was not much boom of AI, right? But now, if you could see in this year, everybody is talking about AI, AI, AI. Every tech organization is into AI, artificial intelligence, right? So every time there is a boon into something, and then as per the market trends, the company changes their policies or their strategies. And yeah, plan effectively with less speculation. Definitely, when you have the data, when you know what the customers we are serving, what are they asking for, how is the delivery, what is their feedback, you have a better understanding of customers and as well as market. So you can create strategies or plan your next move very well without any speculation or assumptions. Make sense? Any doubt?
Ma'am, I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, I always get confused between product owner and project manager.
Okay. Confused means in what sense?
I mean, I didn't get what is the difference. I mean, what is the major difference between product owner and project manager?
It's as simple as that. In Scrum, we do not have a project manager. There is no role as a project manager. So whenever someone says project manager, you have to always consider it is a non-Scrum environment.
Okay.
That is one. Okay. Because here we have specific roles like product owner, Scrum master, and development. And by the way, project manager can and may work, I would say, may have to do all the activities which are done by every role in Scrum. Like in case if he's a technical project manager, he might be doing hands-on development. If he's like a development team, like Scrum Master, because he is a project manager, he might have to guide the team. And like product owner, because he's a project manager, he might also have to work as a with a client and within the team. See, I have worked as a project manager. Trust me, the definition is very vague. You have to sit with the customer, you have to sit with the with internal team, and it is really, really, really exhausting. Because there is no boundary to their work. But here, if I have to align, we know what are the limitations of Scrum Master, we know what are the boundaries of product owner, and that works wonders. So are you a little more comfortable now?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
so can we say that in Scrum we have the product owner instead of project manager?
No, we can't say that. No.
Okay.
No, because I told you right away, project managers' responsibilities are a mixture of everybody, every role in Scrum. Whereas in Scrum, everybody's roles and responsibilities are separated. You can see a technical project manager doing sitting and doing coding. You will mostly not see, or you will not rather see product owner doing that.
So may I add
try
something over here, Prerna?
Yeah, Gaurav, go ahead.
Yeah. So just to brief and considering the time pressing, what I am going to do is that I'll be bringing one slide tomorrow where I'll be categorizing the differences of product manager, product owner, and project manager. Will that help you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So because these are the three roles that is we need to be very much sure upon. So we'll do that tomorrow. So not today. So
Okay.
yeah. Product manager, project manager, and product owner, three roles. Just be mindful of it. I'll be bringing that for you. All right.
Sure.
So, Prerna, if you are done, can I go ahead and quickly summarize what we have learned?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. So guys, I just want to summarize what we have learned so far in 4 lines. Okay. And that will come with Agile Manifesto. So everything comes like this, the 4 values and 12 principles. So far, we have just finished them. But when you need to learn it in 4 sentences, always remember, it's not the tools and processes that is important. It is always interaction and individuals. Like for us, for me and Prerna, your conversation and you as individuals are important, and that's the reason you anytime reach out to us, right? Otherwise we can say, hey, follow the process, and whenever we will connect with Zoom or we will have the presentation, so that time only you connect with us. No, it has to be completely aligned in Agile mode and Scrum mode, and for that individuals are important, and the conversation to which we are indicating as interaction, that goes when it comes to Agile delivery mode. Are you with me so far? That you need to remember is customer and conversation with them. It's team member and conversation with them, the very first value. Are you aligned with this? Say yes, if you are.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Second one, it's not comprehensive documentation. It's a working software. What is important, everyone? Documentation or software?
Software.
Yes, software, and that should be working software. Anyone can deliver on the name of software anything. Okay, you can sometime you might see that you install some app, you have got the reference from someone, and this app is not even working. That app, you are clueless what to do with that app. Has it ever happened to you that you downloaded some app and you ended up uninstalling it back? Has it ever happened?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
likewise, you must be sure that what you are delivering is working, and it's not always about documentation, because your documentation is this way, and your software is not at all aligned with that. So always remember, you have to deliver the working software. Now the third is it's always customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Anyone can say, hey, just because we have this written contract, we will talk to you in this manner, or we will deliver you this only. It's never ever customer collaboration. What will happen if you are keeping it aside? When it comes to collaboration with the customer, will you get the repeat order? If you will just abide by contract, does it enhance the chance for you getting more orders or more work tomorrow? Yes or no? Does it give you the more opportunity to work with client if you are abide by just contract? Chances are no. So when you keep your customers' need on top and continue to collaborate, and as per the collaboration you continue to add value, then only there are chances you go long way working for your customer, and thereby receiving more work from the customer, and that will add up not only to you but also to the organization's revenue. So that's the third one. The fourth one, responding to change over following a plan. It is always plan, and you abide by plan, and the change that is the demand of need, the change that is the demand of today, you are forgetting that. If change is not accommodated, it is not going to help to the customer, not to customer's customer, and not even to vendor. Ultimately, this is going to be flop show in case changes are not accommodated. Always remember, it's not just a plan, it's fulfilling customers' needs so that things go in ease manner. So ease is the first priority, ease, effortlessness, and smoothness. That should be your goal, and for that you need to abide by the fourth rule, that is responding to change. So always remember, it's individual and interaction, working software, customer collaboration, and responding to change. These four mantra will let you win in agile delivery mode as a scrum master, product owner, or successful business analyst. Is it clear to all of us?
Yes.
Yes. So be very much sure with this, and once you remember this, it will be quite easy for you to deliver any complex software in agile manner. So that's a quick summary for today, I would say, and we'll continue from here tomorrow. But before we conclude, I want each one of you to go back to the WhatsApp group and just put down some of the learning you could remember from today's conversation, today's learning. I know we went really in depth, starting from the analogy of cake slices and till benefits of agile. I hope you all understand. Dhruvi has some question, and we'll take that, and then you go ahead and do that. I personally, me and Prerna would be reviewing what has been your understanding, how you are taking it. Over to you, Dhruvi. What do you want to say?
No, sir, I just wanted to discuss about that resume thing after the meeting is done with Prerna ma'am, if possible.
Oh, yeah, definitely you can.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. You all can drop now, and we are done with the meeting. You can go ahead and drop in WhatsApp group what had been your learning. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye and good day.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.